Good morning, artists. Today, you guys are going to continue learning about abstract expressionism. So the supplies you will need for art class today are a piece of paper. You're going to need a water cup and your brushes. I have small brushes here and some big ones that I'm going to use. And you're going to need your tempera paint, as well as a paint palette to put the paint in. So, we learned a little bit about abstract expressionism earlier this week, and we talked about how abstract art oftentimes has no clear subject, right? It's open to interpretation or open to the viewer what you might be seeing in the work of art. So on Seesaw, you will see this PowerPoint. Okay, it's called Intro to Abstract Expressionism Part 2. Okay. And abstract expressionism is trying to convey an emotion, usually. So even though there's no clear subject, okay, in the work of art, it still has a lot of feeling, okay? And oftentimes the artist is trying to convey an emotion, or they might be trying to get the viewer to feel an emotion when they look at their work of art. So today, before you start your painting, I want you to ask yourself, what emotion do I want to try and convey through my work of art? Do I want to convey a feeling of happiness? Do I want to convey a feeling of frustration or anger or sadness, maybe disappointment, feelings of forgiveness? Okay, what is the mood that you want your viewer to get when they look at your work of art? So today, I think the mood I'm going to choose would be, I think I'm going to choose peace is the mood I want people to get from my work of art. Like, I want them to feel at peace. So I'm going to really think about my color choices and my lines in order to convey that feeling. So we are going to start together, okay, by having our papers turned sideways. And we're going to kind of begin the same way we did earlier in the week. We're going to divide up the space. So I'm going to divide up the space by making 4 lines, okay, across my page. And you can make the lines straight or wavy. It's up to you. I'm choosing to do kind of wavy lines today. So I want to do 4. I've done 3 so far. Now I've done 4. Okay, and I just chose to have them cross. Okay, now I'm going to draw 2 more coming down from the top. And I kind of want to do wavy lines because, as I said, I want to convey a feeling of peace and make people feel at ease. So these are the first 2 steps that I've done. Okay, now step 3 in the PowerPoint says draw 5 ovals. Okay, an oval is a little bit more like a long circle. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and you can make them any size, you can even have them overlap a little bit, 5, okay, I'm going to have them overlap there. Okay, done step 3. Now step 4 says to draw 2 zigzag lines or 2 wavy lines. You choose, zigzag or wavy, okay, and you're going to start at the edge of your paper, the edge over here, or the edge is up here, or the edge is over here. It depends on where you want to start. So I'm going to start at the edge, and then I'm going to end somewhere in the middle. So I'm going to do zigzag first. Okay, done 1. Starting at the edge. And now I'm going to start at the edge over here, and I'm going to do a wavy line this time. Okay, like that. Started at the edge, came to the middle. So I've done step 4. Now step 5 says to draw an organic shape. So an organic shape is a shape that wouldn't be easily measured. And since I'm trying to do a work of art that kind of gives a feeling of peace or puts people at ease, I'm going to do a kind of a free-form organic shape like this. Okay, that kind of reminds me of a flower. So this is my organic shape. Okay. Step 6 says to draw a simple eye somewhere on the paper, an eye shape. Okay, so I'm going to come here. I'm going to draw a very simple eye shape, like a crescent And then I'm going to put the eye in there. Okay. An eye shape. Okay, that was step 6. Now step 7 says to draw a moon or a crescent shape somewhere on your paper. Okay, so I'm looking at my paper so far and I'm saying, where do I still have a lot of space? I still have quite a bit of space here. So I'm going to do a C, curving C shape. And then I'm going to connect it together to make a crescent. Okay, that was step 7. Okay, and step 9 and step 10 are asking you to start to paint and fill in the different sections of your paper. So every time I cross a line, I'm going to switch colors. And because I'm doing kind of like a peaceful painting, I'm going to really think about colors that make me feel peaceful. So probably a lot of blues, okay? Maybe some greens, maybe some like nice soft pink or pastel colors. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I've got my water cup here, okay? I've got my paints here in this tub. And now I'm going to start painting in the different sections of my paper. So every time I come to a line, I'm going to switch colors. Okay, so you can see I'm painting in slowly. Okay, taking my time. Okay, and of course I can repeat this blue in other places. I could also put it in over here if I want. Okay, I could put it in maybe in this part of the circle. Okay, but I'm going to try to make sure I don't put two blues next to each other. Okay, now I'm mixing in some white with my blue to make it lighter. Fill in this section down here with my blue. See, like that, okay. And I'm gonna wash my brush now because I'm gonna switch to a completely different color. Okay. Get nice and clean, all right. And now I'm gonna switch to a nice, like, soft pink, mix it with some white. Okay, and here, this section, I'm going to make a different color. I don't want to do it blue. Okay, I want to make it different. This kind of looks like an Easter egg now. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to start to fill in the different parts of my paper. Okay, the different sections with different colors. So I'm going to do this section of the circle. Nice soft pink. And remember, every time you come to a line on your paper, okay, you're going to switch your color, or you could switch the value. So you could then maybe do a dark pink somewhere. Okay, so really take your time to paint in your abstract expressionism painting and think to yourself, what feeling do I want the viewer to get from my work of art? What is the emotion I'm trying to convey? Okay. And right now I'm sort of thinking of going for like a peaceful pastel, soft colors, okay? Maybe I want my painting to make people feel a little sleepy or at ease, relaxed, okay? If you're doing like angry and aggressive or excited, maybe you'll use a lot of reds and yellows, and maybe a lot of zigzag lines or like lightning bolt lines. If you're doing happy and like joy, you might use also a lot of yellows and oranges and pinks, okay? So think about what colors make you feel a certain way and what shapes will you use to help your viewer get a feeling from your work of art. Okay, so make sure you keep painting and take your time. Always paint with water and enjoy making your second abstract expressionist piece today.